Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for tarot scopes again. We're doing the tarot scopes for the sign of Taurus for the month of March 2023. That's Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Check it out, see if it works for you. It may not, but this is a general reading. And it's definitely out there for somebody. So claim it if it's yours. And if not, don't. So before we get to the tarot, I just want to talk a little astrology. Taurus is a Venus ruled sign. Venus starts the month in Aries and shifts into Taurus actually on the 16th, I believe it is. The 16th. Now, Venus loves being in Taurus. Venus loves Taurus, Venus loves Libra, and Venus loves Pisces. I think Venus loves Cancer too, but she's a little clingy in Cancer because she loves Leo too, because she could be the star of the show. Well, anyway, mostly Venus, as the ruler of Taurus, likes being in Taurus. And so that's happening. We have a lot of Aries energy this month with Jupiter and Chiron making a conjunction in Aries. We also have the Sun moving into Aries. We have Mercury moving into Aries. We have Mercury, the Sun, and that's it, right? Mercury and the Sun moving into Aries. Oh, and we have a new moon in Aries. Aries for you is your 12th house. So the 12th house is kind of a hidden house and a very psychic house. So this is the time of year when things are like fomenting, but you're not really sure what is it's going to come of it. So there's this sort of almost like a leap of faith that Taurus has to take at this time of year. As the sun moves through your 12th house, and then once it moves into Taurus, you kind of feel like, oh yeah, here I am, I'm alive, and everything's good. So so we have that. But then there's two big things happening this month, and that is Saturn changing signs into Pisces. Now Pisces and Taurus are sextile each other. Pisces is a water, Taurus is a earth sign. So those elements blend pretty well. They're mentally stimulating to each other, sort of open things up for each other. And so with Saturn there, you're going to have an opportunity to see what needs to be worked on and what doesn't need to be worked on, what needs to be changed, what doesn't need to be changed, that kind of thing. And you will do the task, as it were, for that. A lot easier than when Saturn was in Aquarius. That is an element, or that is a sign that squares your Taurus and sort of brings out the instability that is innate in Aquarius. So as it moves into Pisces, it's going to feel like a little bit of a relief for you. And then we have Pluto moving into Aquarius. So those people at the beginning of Taurus especially are going to be getting a square from Pluto. Squares require action. They require action, and they require change. So some things are going to have to change. Now, that being said, Pluto is in Aquarius for about 3 months, and then it moves back into Capricorn, and doesn't fully go into Aquarius until about 2024, I believe. And then it's in. And so it takes time to move through Aquarius. It actually takes 22 years. It's one of the signs where Pluto spends a lot of time. Not the most time. The most time is actually Taurus, 30 years in Taurus. The least amount of time is Scorpio, the sign of its rulership, interestingly enough, which is about 11 years. But it's in Aquarius. It's going to be there for a long time. And it means really more change. But you guys are kind of good at change now, right? Because you've had Uranus in your sign for how long now? So you're no stranger to change, and maybe you're actually getting good at it. You got to let me know though. I have a Venus in Taurus, and yeah, I haven't done so good, but all right, let's see what the cards have to say. I am going to use, what do we have here? I don't feel like using that deck. I'm going to use the Arcanum deck for you, Taurus. Yeah. All right, let's see what's up for Taurus for March. Are you planning on what you're putting in your garden yet? We are. We're already imagining all the things we're gonna plant. That's my Venus in Taurus, imagining all the things that we're gonna plant and harvest from the garden and then make into delicious things. How very Taurus. Taurus really is sort of the gardener, you know, likes being in their own home, being on their own land, staying close to the things that really matter, family, peace. Taurus is a sign of peace. Okay. Feels good. Feels good. Let's see what's up for you, Taurus. You're balancing the books. You're trying to keep your balance through these somewhat changing times. The interesting thing about this particular deck, and I don't know why I picked it, but I did, is a lot of the decks you'll see there's water behind, but it's usually a stormy sea. The sea is a little stormy, but not as stormy as usual. So just in general, things aren't too quite stormy for you, but it's still taking effort to try to balance yourself through the changes that we're all going through. The challenge is work. You want work that's meaningful. You want to work with people who take pride in their work, right? And so that could be a challenge for you. You might actually be looking for another way of earning money, or another job, or something that's more suited to you and to your ambitions. Let's see what's under it. We have strength. So this says that you're strong enough to do whatever it is that you want to do here. It's important that you keep your that you speak your truth and your voice. Your voice needs to be heard. Let's see what's in the past. You just recently woke up to something that you were unaware of before, but a judgment has come down. You have Archangel Gabriel has blown his horn, and you're up now. You're awake. You're an awakened soul. There's no unwoken yourself. Don't go to Florida because you're woke. You can go to Florida. You probably live in Florida. A lot of woke people in Florida. You just don't tell your governor, so they don't send the woke police after you. In the sky, we have the Knight of Cups. So you have a message, or a message is coming to you. So either you have a message, or there's a message on its way, and it could be a message of love, or at least support. If not love, support. Let's see what's in the immediate future. You're making some decisions. You've come to a decision. The Queen of Swords doesn't lift her sword until a decision is made. And it does require some cutting away of something. But you are prepared. You're ready. You're good. You're doing it. That's one of the things you're doing this month for yourself. And how it's seen from the outside, it could be that work. I feel like your work isn't fulfilling you anymore. And you want to turn your back on it to something that's going to be more amenable to both your talents and how you want to spend your time. Because really the most precious thing we have is time, because it's the least that we have. And so why spend your time doing stuff you don't like doing? Your domestic situation, we have the Knight of Swords. Somebody's giving you a little bit of a hard time here. This could be a coworker or a contemporary who is who thinks that they're defending something. They're defending something. Not necessarily attacking, but defending something. Or you could be feeling like you're defending something. This could be you. You defending your decision. I think you're changing jobs. Your hope is to move away into calmer waters. Well, isn't that the truth, right? So that kind of goes along with finding a place for yourself. Maybe you want to even travel. Maybe you're thinking of traveling over water to get a new situation. You're afraid, you're concerned. You know that it's a dangerous world out there and opportunities are there, but they come in a different way than they used to. So you kind of have to use your intuition. You have to use your intuition. This says that it's dangerous, but the right steps will get you to your destination, but it requires your intuitive facility. 10 of Pentacles. I'm just going to pick to see if we can get a major arcana. So that's money. That's good. The 6 of Cups, family money. I don't know. Are you thinking of asking somebody in the family to support, to help you start a business or something? The 9 of Pentacles, reversed. I'm not sure you're confident enough yet. Let's see what's underneath it. The 4 of Swords reversed. So this is sort of withdrawal. This is coming out of it. The King of Cups. This can be a father figure, or this can be somebody who supports you. And then we have the Death card, which is transformation and change. Maybe there's this sense that you're feeling that you've stood on the sidelines long enough, and now it's time for you to take up the sword, take up the cup, take up what it is that you can offer, and it's time to make a change. That's what it looks like to me. All right, well, I hope you find that helpful. I am going to pull a I forgot to do it for my last reading, but that's okay. I'm going to pull a oracle card for you, Taurus. This in mind with all the astrological changes that are happening, and I'm getting this from the Spirit of the Wheel Oracle deck, and I'm going to read from the book because it's very well written anyway. So what do we have? What information? What message do we have for Taurus? Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. What information do we have for Taurus? North, spiritual connection, completion, and wisdom. I'll hold it up when I read it, because it's a pretty card. 9. 9 is the Hermit card in the tarot. That's a wisdom card too. Alrighty then. Waboose. There we go. A time of great knowledge is upon you. You will have a newfound sense of purpose and inner confidence about yourself and your abilities. This confidence does not come from a place of ego. Instead, it has developed over time with patience and inner work on the part of the seeker. The North card represents a serene acceptance of your gifts and a willingness to share them with others. The season of the North is winter, suggesting that you have reached some sort of completion, bringing you to a place of peace. Your connection to the divine continues to grow, and the spiritual aspects of your life take on new meaning. Synchronicity, prayer work, meditation, appreciation of nature, compassion, and wise counsel are all aspects of the North card. Purification occurs subtly within through the invisible thread that connects that connects us to the network of creation. This state of enlightenment takes on the colors of the rainbow warrior. Learn and accept the difference between receiving information and receiving true wisdom. The rainbow warrior is the person with his chakras activated, all activated and open and working. So this is the prayer. Spirit powers of the north. Spirit of the north, carry me. Oops, sorry, that wasn't in it, but it came to mind. Carry me home to myself. Spirit powers of the north, let me recognize the wisdom and the honor of touching the sacred space. Help me to have the courage and conviction to wear the colors of the rainbow warrior. Purify my body, mind, and spirit through my connection to Creator. That's your message. Have a wonderful month, Taurus. I'll see you again at the beginning of April for the Taroscopes of April. Until then, be good to yourself. If you're interested in the astrology of the upcoming month, you can check out my astrology and Kabbalah of the month. I am definitely going to be doing it in sections. I'll do the astrology, Kabbalah, and the first few days, and then the intervening or the next weeks I will do as they come up. There's a lot of stuff happening, and I think a lot of good information that maybe help you to navigate. If you are interested in Kabbalah and numerology and the Tree of Life, the work that I do, I'm doing an introductory course starting on the 6th of March. That is going to go until the 10th of April. It's about 90 minutes from 7 to 8:30. Sometimes we go a little bit longer depending on classroom participation on consecutive Mondays. So you don't have to be at the class to get the class. After each class, I send the recording of the class, and you download that and you have that for yourself. Plus, you get all the notes and stuff that come with the class. So it's a exciting class, and it's a good basic place to start with the Tree of Life, because the Tree of Life is a relationship. It's like a marriage, really, only you're marrying yourself and your own potential. So, all right, guys, take care. Much love. Namaste.